Is it worth extending a life full of pain and ethical compromise just to breathe for a few more years? How far would you go to buy time? And what happens when all the wealth in the world still leaves you empty-handed? Today, let's step into an emergency room on a rainy August night, where the line between fighting for life and simply letting go becomes agonizingly blurred. Emergency. Doctor, please, help. The desperate cry cut through the sterile silence. I rushed to the patient's side. Instinct took over. I placed both hands on his chest, beginning cardiac compressions, and shouted to the medical team. Intubate him now. Sarah, push 2 ampoules of adrenaline. Emily, get the ventilator over here, please. I glanced at the pale face beneath my hands. He looked strangely familiar. Pink, heavily frothed fluid is suctioning from the endotracheal tube, a nurse reported. 30 grueling minutes passed. The patient remained in a deep coma. His pupils were dilated, completely unresponsive to light. The chest X-ray confirmed the worst: an enlarged heart shadow, butterfly-patterned pulmonary circulation, and scattered infiltrates across both lungs. Bring the family in, I instructed gently. Give him some more dopamine. Continue the adrenaline. The emergency room door creaked open. An older woman walked in. Oh, is it Martha? Then, this must be Robert. She looked up, her eyes wide with sudden recognition through her tears. Yes, Dr. Turner, it's been 6 years since we last saw you. Martha let out a long, heavy sigh. Outside, the sky was pouring rain, accompanied by relentless flashes of lightning and thunder. He's been so tired, restless, and struggling to breathe for the past few days, she sobbed. Then, about 2 hours ago, he just started foaming at the mouth. His body stiffened, he gasped, and turned completely blue. I called the ambulance to bring him straight here. How was he when the ambulance arrived? I asked softly. He didn't know anything anymore. Martha, I said, my voice heavy with the reality of the monitors. Robert arrived at the hospital, having already suffered cardiac and respiratory arrest. As you can see, our entire team has done absolutely everything in our power to save him. She grabbed my sleeve, her voice cracking. Can he make it through, doctor? Most likely, no, Martha gasped, a heartbreaking sob escaping her throat as tears streamed down her face. Outside, the rain began to fall even harder. Looking at her weeping figure, my mind drifted back exactly 6 years. It was another rainy day, much like this one, when the two of them came to my clinic and sat with me for a very long time. Doctor, we have something to tell you. We need your advice, Martha had said. You've been treating him for nearly 2 years now, so we consider you family. Please, go ahead, I replied. Robert leaned forward. I want to go overseas for a kidney transplant. This end-stage chronic kidney failure, it's making me too exhausted, too miserable. I looked at him directly. Have you quit smoking yet? No. Have you been following the reduced protein diet? Eating vegetarian like I advised? Well, no. I sighed. Robert, if you refuse to save yourself, what doctor, what hospital in the world can possibly save you? Martha quickly interjected. But we heard people say that after a kidney transplant, he'll be healthy again. No more dialysis, right? We heard it costs around $500,000. If we sell one of our houses, we'll have enough. I paused, a chilling thought crossing my mind. Where are you getting the kidney from? Well, from someone selling or giving it away, she answered matter-of-factly. The doctors over there say a person can live a perfectly normal life with just one kidney. And over there are plenty of people selling them. We just buy it with our money. I leaned in, my tone hardening. But what if there is no one willing to sell? Martha, Robert, do you know that there are syndicates out there? Groups of people who, driven by money, kidnap or traffic orphans just to harvest their organs for those who need transplants. Martha looked offended. What a strange thing for a doctor to say. Medical progress is meant to save lives. When someone is sick, organ transplantation is a humanitarian act. It is humanitarian, I corrected firmly. If someone healthy donates an organ when they unexpectedly pass away, or when facing an incurable disease, but it becomes utterly inhumane if, just to extend your own life, you destroy the life of another. You're exaggerating, Dr. Turner, she scoffed. Robert chimed in, his voice desperate and defensive. Even animals cling to life, let alone humans. I'm sorry, doctor. We came here for professional medical advice. You don't need to discuss how we get the kidney. I had fallen completely silent that day. There was so much I wanted to say, so much I needed to say, but the words wouldn't come. The sharp, flatlining tone of the heart monitor snapped me back to the present. Doctor, the patient's heart has stopped. I looked at the monitor, then at Robert's lifeless face. That's enough. Let him go, I whispered. Pulse 0. Blood pressure 0. Yes, I thought to myself. In the end, this entire lifetime eventually returns to 0. Martha was still in denial, trembling violently. Is he gone, doctor? Just like that. So fast. Yes, he has passed away. She collapsed into a chair, wailing. I thought after the transplant, he would be healthy. What does a few $100,000 matter? We still have 3 or 4 more properties. Why? I looked at her, my heart heavy with a sorrow that went far beyond medicine. The more wealth we hoard, the more status we chase, the more we cling to this world, the harder it is to depart in peace. She looked up, confused through her grief. What did you say, doctor? I just said, he is gone. Please, try to let go of your grief. She shook her head violently. But even animals cling to life, let alone humans. I cannot accept this. I just cannot accept this. I looked out the main door of the emergency room, where the family was now gathering, drowning in a sea of tears. The August rain felt endless, pounding against the pavement with an agonizing weight. As the orderlies wheeled the bed out of the room, taking him toward the morgue, a question burned fiercely in my throat. I wanted to ask her, for the past 6 years, Martha, did you and Robert truly live in happiness and peace? It is a question that haunts me, and it is a question we must all ask ourselves. How are we living our days? In our frantic pursuit of survival, of money, of providing for our families, how often do we trample on others? How often do we fight, scheme, and harm one another just to get ahead? Would we really sacrifice the life of another just to hold on to our own? Look at your own life right now. Are the steps you take, the words you speak, and the actions you choose planting seeds of peace and freedom in this world? Or are they leaving behind a trail of tragedy and bitterness? Do we have the strength to overcome the toxic habits that slowly kill us, the smoking, the drinking, the endless chasing of desires? More importantly, do we have the immense courage to finally let go of the things we do not truly need? Because in the end, when the heart monitor flatlines and the pulse reaches 0, you cannot take your houses or your bank accounts with you. You can only take the peace you cultivated and the love you left behind.